I know you're praise to Yahweh Bahashem Mashiach Yahweh Shah. Shabbat Shalom Israel and everybody out there that's tuning in. About to go into class today. We're going to be talking about the pride of Israel because there's a lot of pride going on. We got this beef going on with IUIC and Judah Mac and all this stuff right here. Got people separated, arguing all on Facebook. We got leaders that don't want to take no new nothing because they feel like they in their pride. And when they pride is a bad thing going on in Israel. It's one of the things that got us in trouble, which is why we over here was in slavery as it is. And one of the reasons we just now being awakened as Israelites because of the fact of the matter, we was in pride before we went into slavery. So we're gonna bring a little of it out to get that understanding of knowing that y'all we gotta come out of this pride, man. I don't even know what most of us got to be proud about. We all just woke up. Everybody. Ain't nobody been in this truth long enough to say they've been away. 20 years. 20 years ain't nothing. 30 years. 30 years ain't nothing. 40 years. That's nothing. I don't care if you was born in here since 1969 when they say they came back this time. No, still ain't long time. So get out your pride, man, and keep doing these law, statutes, commandments. Get back to our Most High God. Everybody want to know more than everybody else right now. I want to know. I know more than you. I know more than you. Negro, we don't know nothing. Because sometimes what we think we know when we go in the scripture start pulling precepts, you realize, dang, I was wrong. And that's one thing that's lying about Israel. People do not want to admit they were wrong. And that's pride. That's one of the worst things. It's just a nasty, just wicked people. I ain't never wrong. Shoot, I'll be wrong in this truth all the time. Then got to go back and get understanding on that. Oh, man, dang, I missed that. Let's go. Let's start off with Sirach 10, verse 7. We're going to read for a minute. Any of you brothers want to come out with some precepts, please feel the need to. You know, we just want to edify our people, get them an understanding as long as, although we also getting edified ourselves when we bring out these lessons. But better yet, before we even get started on that, here, Benaniah, go ahead and read that definition of pride. That way we know what we're talking about when we're doing what we're doing, when we're discussing what we're discussing.
This is out of the Webster's New World College Dictionary, the definition of pride. Pride, an ungodly and an unduly high opinion of oneself.
Mm-hmm. You can be proud if you think so highly of yourself. And I don't know how we can be so highly when we all in captivity and oppressed. Read.
Exaggerate. Self-esteem.
Exaggerating. Most people doing all that exaggerating. That's why sometimes, boy, when you hear somebody's story, you got to kind of listen to the story. Listen to it. Because some people, boy, they tell you a story and all they did was go to the store, but they make it seem like they was like Superman and flew to the store. You be like, dang, you did all that just to go get a Snicker. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of, I mean, pride, man. Watch your pride. Go ahead.
Conceit.
Conceited, talk about themselves all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know, breaking people out. And I heard, they, like I said, they had this Judah Mac and this thing going back and forth with IUIC. I don't like to bring out names, but man, it's getting ridiculous on the go. I mean, it's time out. Judah Mac, I know they talk about you and all this, but you going back and forth with them, it'll just make you look like them. So the best thing to do, let the Most High deal with it. Chill out, humble yourself. Let them deal with it. We know this stuff gonna happen. This gonna happen. So, at the same time, when they sat up there and said, people trying to make off what we built. Who is we? I thought Yahweh was supposed to be building this kingdom. When we start giving pride, when we start giving the glory to ourselves, that's one major sin of pride. Most I said, don't take His glory. We built. Well, if you built it, I don't want it. I'm trying to find out what Yahweh shall build. Let me find that. I'm going to walk on that ground. Go ahead.
Haughty behavior resulting from this arrogance.
People are arrogant all over the place. Man, you can't tell them nothing. Because of the fact that the matter, everybody think they know something. We all got Bibles to pick up. We all got time to study. Some of them claim we don't. And then when somebody try to tell you something, no, I don't know, you know, because it goes against the way they believe. And that's what the problem is. Nobody want to come out of their mess because they believe everything that they ever learned was right. And every time I be looking through this Bible, it's a whole lot of stuff like that. And I had that wrong, man. I was wrong. Can't admit. Humble yourself and say, hey, man, I was wrong. Let me go and do some more study. I got more scriptures over here that's backing up what that dude said. I had it wrong. I'm just going at halftime. Most people learning, just going off what somebody had already stated. Half of them don't do the research on it. They just throw down the scriptures and believe that. Just like how we did when we, you know, they was talking about, what was that? About the sunset started at sunset. A lot of times, most of us didn't do it. We just came in the Israelite and said, okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. Then we do some research. Or we hear some about this bring out a whole mess of scriptures that's opposite of what we was taught. Now either you're gonna be humble and take the message out of the Bible, or you're gonna be prideful and still go by the precepts of men. Go ahead.
Proper respect for oneself, sense of one's own dignity or worth.
They got respect. Yeah, they got respect for themselves. I don't respect you, but I respect me. That's pride, man. That's pride. When you can't respect your brothers, man. When you can't get, because the Most High said Israel have respect. We don't got to respect those other nations, but your brothers. And that don't go, we get pulling that script. Well, you know, you still have no respect to person. That just meaning, look, I'm supposed to be able to rebuke him as well as I rebuke this one. But I respect these brothers for who they are. And the fact of the matter that they still going by the law, statutes, and commandments. And the word was given to them, to Yari, to Benaniah, to Jeroboam, as well as it was me. We all Israel. So he said he gave his word unto Jacob, all of Jacob people. So don't be surprised when you hear something that go against what you always thought you knew. Take the time to listen sometime. You might learn something. That part you had probably was wrong. He probably got the right part on that. So listen, man. Get out your pride. Is that it on that?
Delight or satisfaction in one's own or another's achievements in association, etc.
And that definition, that's the white man's definition too. That's the so-called white man. He done came up with that definition. Guess what? It's the same definition that the Bible talks about. These words just didn't come out of there because that language right there came from us too. It came from the Most High too. Out of Phoenicia, out of Tyre. That's where the English language came from. All right, let's go in there, man. Let's get there. Sirach, chapter 10, verse 7. Start reading from right there.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 7. Pride is hateful before God and man.
That pride that we just read is hateful before God and man. Like I said, from the Most High it's hateful, and for men it's hateful. Because if you in pride, man, you done been around people, they be in their pride to be talking about themselves, and you sitting back like this, man, tripping. All about him. You can't talk about a basketball game because, you know, he was doing everything in basketball, but he ain't never make it to the league, nothing. Talk about football. He was cold in football. He never make it to the league, nothing. Talk about baseball. Talking about ant racing. Man, my ants was the baddest ants that boy. I had the baddest ant. I mean, man, anything. You be like looking at him like, man, it's hateful towards, even on men. Not even God say it's hateful, and man says hateful. Go ahead.
And by both does one commit iniquity.
They commit sin in their pride. Go ahead.
Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit.
Yeah, because that's what happens when you're in the pride. You become unrighteous in everything you're doing. Getting over on your brothers in Israel. You know what I'm saying? You go get some out off the internet. You done paid $4 for it. Then your brother asks, let me get one of them. You turn around. Yeah, I got them here. You can have this for 20.
Let me get some on that. It said, read this from the top again now.
Pride is hateful before God and man.
It says hateful before God and man. Read on.
And by both doeth one commit iniquity.
See, about both of them, you can't commit iniquity in that thing. But read that next part. That's the part I want though.
Because of unrighteous dealings,
He said, because righteous dealing, this still dealing with pride. What I'm going into, read.
injuries and riches got by deceit.
Now they let you know pride can get physical. It said injuries. That's the word that I want to hit on. Let you know when you be in your pride, it can get physical.
Because you begin to hate on your brother.
That's right.
And you be ready to fight them. Some of them ready to kill. What you think going on in Chicago a lot of times? Though not the murders that so-called white man doing on the side, but the hate and the evil between each other because of gang warfare. That's what they in. That's what they proud about. I'm proud of my gang. Something they don't got nothing to do with them. Vice Lord, you'll die. Guess what? That lane go on. If every Vice Lord was killed, that was just the name, and all of y'all died over nothing. Pride. Pride of what? Something you didn't build. Pride of what? Something you didn't even start. I'm proud of the Vice Lord. Why? For what? I'm proud of the Crips. I'm proud of the Bloods. That's what he's talking about. Yeah, injuries come from this. Yeah, you can be injured because you in your pride. Domestic violence. Woman knows someone don't want to be in her place. Man want to be way the hell up out of place. I'm the king. You can't talk to me like that, and beat her across the head. That's pride, man. And the woman's I'm just gonna jump all in his face like she a man. Then surprised when she get knocked out like a man. That's pride, man. That's pride. That's one of the things that's killing us as a nation of people. Our families are hurting. Our children are dying. All because of pride. Go ahead.
Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit.
We always getting over on each other. Go ahead.
The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
That's why the Most High had to get his kingdom on now. Y'all can't even rule. Rulership got to go with me. We in pride. And what's so bad about it, guess what he did? He gave us over to a proudful nation. That's why he did that. So when we're looking at it and see how proud these so-called Edomites are, guess what? You should reflect on yourself that this is what we was in. This is what we don't need to be doing. Because he tells us what? Envy thou not the oppressor. Right. Our oppressor is a proud nation. So we need to get out of that pride, because that's the reason we got a proudful nation sitting over us right now. And we crying, marching, protesting. They killed another one. They're going to keep killing them. Because we still won't come out of pride, even though we sitting there mad at the pride that's going on against us. Read.
9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
Oh, shoot.
For such.
Hold on, because they covetous in knowledge. That's our people. We read, man, I'm talking about we'll read 3 scriptures and get all on Facebook and just get to typing all. You just be like, man, God dang, you swearing down and you look at Facebook, everybody been in the truth for the last 50 years. Arguing about something, half of them don't even know. I'm looking at the thing like, then they'll quote a scripture. You'll put the scripture on there and they be looking like, then you won't even see them respond no more. But they were just on there arguing with everybody. Man, it's ridiculous, man. It's crazy. I mean, just sit back, humble yourself. We need to learn. Learn, but shut up, man. Learn and shut up, man. Study to be quiet, like the Bible says. Golly, go ahead.
There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
Boy. Hold on. What do you think Esau doing right now? Why do you think he's so evil? He covered everything. Gold, oil, and drugs, don't want you to have them. People can't be in their own land across a whole ocean. I want that. I mean, them mother find a 2-ounce piece of gold and goddamn, they got a military sitting at the front door. Where that piece of gold y'all found at? We want that. They want it all, man. I'm talking about, man, everything. And this is the same nation we are. And guess what? We become just like him. In Israel, we become just like our enemy. We have taken on every customer of his. Christmas, Thanksgiving, his covetousness, his pride. Read.
For such and one setteth his own soul
Where we at?
to sell. Chapter verse 9.
Verse 9. Go ahead.
Read that over again.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
For such and one setteth his own soul to sell.
Hold up.
Yeah, man, Jim, go ahead. Break it down.
That goes into those entertainers.
Mm-hmm.
That goes into how them entertainers, when they y'all don't realize that them brothers got to sell out, man, in order to make it, man. All them different sayings that they say, man, y'all better pay attention, man. I'm rich as a bitch. Yes, you got to be a bitch to be rich.
Mm-hmm. And it ain't got to be even the richest of the people, man, because there's people right on these jobs.
Yeah, that's right.
Sell their soul. Some of them don't want to become Israelites because they scared of what's going to happen at their job.
Mm-hmm.
My boss might find out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can care less if my boss find. I don't got no boss. People that run the company. I can care less if they find out.
Mm-hmm.
Fire me or do whatever. I don't trust in them no way. You think I'm worried about what Esau gonna do? I know what Esau will do. He'll kick me out of my house today.
That's right.
Kick me out the job tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Then want to take me to jail on the next day. That's what he do. So you think I trust him? Think I care what he think? No, I care about what the Most High say. That's the thing we got to get out of. That's when we go back to humbleness. Coming back to what the Most High God say, man, instead of listening to what everybody else trying to do and say. And that's another thing too. People be listening to all these other people that's on these Facebooks and what you call it, other one, YouTubes, and the people they listen to sometimes be in pride themselves.
That's right. And it says sitting in the scripture say for such and one set it his own soul to sell. That's even to your children.
Mm-hmm.
People, oh man, I want to have Christmas because of my children. You selling your soul.
Selling. Out of pride.
Out of pride.
Can't let it go. We tell you every time, the Bible say don't do that. But your pride just be like, nah, I like that. Just because you like that, it don't mean nothing. Hey, that don't, boy, give it up.
Mm-hmm.
Give it up. People be sitting in the hospital right now and they telling you, man, you can't eat that because you got diabetes and you about to die and this, but man, I like bacon though. Pride. I can't let it go. Then you want somebody to come up there at the hospital. Man, forget that. Told your butt to quit eating that pork. Told your butt to quit eating all that goddamn shrimp.
Now your leg cut off.
Yeah. Then you want somebody to feel sorry for you. Man, I'm going to give you a scripture. And hope you repent.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. The physician cutteth off a long disease.
Boy, right there, boy. Just on the nod, boy. Go ahead.
And he that is today a king tomorrow
You're a king today. Tomorrow
shall die.
You're a king today. You thought you were doing it. I was at the club. I had lobster, I had big old lobster. I had crabs all around me, some script, like what's the name say? I was doing it, you know what I'm saying? Rolling. I'm a king. I'm a king. You're a king today, and you're dead tomorrow. Go ahead.
Verse 11. For when a man is dead,
Oh, so
he shall inherit creeping things.
yeah, that's what you're gonna inherit. Cankerworms, maggots, flies, and a mouth to be gobbling on you, chewing you up. The vultures beat. Go ahead.
For when a man is dead, he shall inherit creeping things, beasts and worms.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning of pride is when one departeth from God.
See, when you're in that pride, and man, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't care what y'all trying to say or whatever y'all. Oh, I ain't in no. I'm not departing from God. where the Bible said you in your pride, you are departing from God, whether you say you are or not. I'm going by what the Most High God say. So when I see you in your pride, yeah, I can rest assured you are departing from the Most High. And that's when you got a reprobated mind. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of women sitting right around. They in their dress today. They be in them pants and give them another 2 months. They'll be right in them pants. Because they'll try to find somebody on the internet that agrees. See, we don't even have to come in. We don't have to have we can wear dresses. We don't have to wear dresses. That's war attire they talking about. They'll come up with all that stuff. Well, Esau the white man ain't even Esau. They'll start changing their mind about everything, man. Go ahead.
And his heart is turned away from his maker.
Yeah, you turned away from the maker. That's pride to do that. And that's what's happening. I'm looking at it on the internet. I was looking at both of them. I was when Judah Mack first came out there, y'all look at the video. I was the first one on there where he had the block me. Good thing he did block me, because that made me listen. So when I sat up there and I'm listening, wrote all the scriptures down, now I'm going, whoa, 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 whoa. So I had to look at this whole thing different too, start studying myself. But see, the Most High took that pride away from the beginning, so I would listen. And it taught me something. Man, shut your butt up sometime. Sometimes listen to what people say. And well, except for they just saying some of the dumbest things. I don't listen to foolishness now. But man, you got them two fighting and going back and forth at each other. Man, he said that about me. They saying this wickedness about this, going after the man, family, all this sort of stuff. But at the same time, they wrong and he wrong. Because the fact of the matter is, they won't shut up and humble themselves down and say, hey, we'll look into that. Man, how bad, we should have never did you like that. If you were your brother, give me Deuteronomy 28:54. Man, he can sit up there and say, man, they talking about, oh, well, people gonna talk about us. They gonna do that, man, even in Israel. Give me one of y'all give me that. Give me First Maccabees 1:11. I said I want to go precept. I'm gonna go ahead and precept like this. Go ahead and read the first one. Read the first one.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
And a lot of them, they don't see all them things. So they going in, they thinking it's about homosexuality. Yeah. No, just in your emotions, man, in your emotions. And we got emotions. God give us those emotions, but we ain't supposed to be making judgment calls on emotions. Read.
His eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
And this what's going on. And you be wondering why people tell me, oh, I don't like him. Because, man, if the brother want to leave, let him leave. I ain't got nothing to say about what he do. People gonna come in and out of here. Oh, well, I holler, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I still pray for them too. I pray for all of Israel. Right? Them wicked ones, them funky Pharisees and Sadducees that done come back, them too. Because they came back because they get a chance to repent. We all get a chance to repent and come out of these wicked ways, out of pride. Read.
And toward the wife of his bosom,
and
toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
This is pride that's talking about. This is pride that's talking about. I know we quote these scriptures on the street all the time, but that scripture right there is talking about the pride of man. Now go ahead and give me First Maccabees so they won't be tripping off when people in Israel talking bad and going off on them. Go ahead.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
Man, this is in Israel. It's wicked people in Israel, man. So quit tripping when you run into them, man. Yeah. Quit tripping. It's telling you they out there. So why would you be marveled at when you see one? Oh, he wicked. Yeah, the Bible said they were gonna have some. So why am I tripping on that? Why should I even be worried about it? I already know. Read.
Who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathens that are round about us.
He said, which persuaded many. See, that's the thing about it. When you see the wickedness, just don't allow it to persuade you. And don't allow it to draw you into their territory. If they in pride, don't let them draw you into being in pride.
So one thing about it, the whole matter of don't let a man persuade you with his word. Let the scriptures talk.
Exactly.
Let the scriptures be the end all, do all. Scriptures is where our mouth fit, man. Is where our thoughts it, where our understanding comes from. When they ask us a question, what we go to, we're gonna go to the scriptures, man. No matter how you put it, we're gonna go to them scriptures.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
See, because they saying since they departed from the enemy, just like when they came up out of Egypt, was in the wilderness, they decided, let's build us a calf like they had back in Egypt, because, man, we hungry, man, and Moses been gone for 40 days. But business is being taken care of. They don't have no patience. They still in their pride. How can you be? That's us. We proudful, and we just came up. Man, we just come across a Red Sea that opened up. And we couldn't even be humble enough to praise the God that just opened the sea. We're going to go and make our own God. Well, if that's the case, we should have been and made that God 400 years ago. If it was just that, you know what, we was tripping. Instead of building bricks for these pyramids, we should have just made us a God and told God, hey, kill all them. If we could have done that, that's how ignorant we are today as a nation of people. I remember I used to read them scriptures and be like, boy, them people stupid. You mean to tell me they sat right there, went across the Red Sea, and split up, the whole water go across, then they go across, then the enemy come behind and the water fall back on them, all of them dead, and here we are, we've been in slavery for, I said, man, them people got to be tripping. Then I realized when I get in this truth, realize that was us. That was me back there talking about, man, let's make this golden calf. So, go back to where we was at, man. That's why I needed on those right there. Go back, the beginning of Pride, chapter 12. Verse 12.
The beginning of pride is when one departed from God, and his heart is turned away from his maker. For pride is the beginning of sin.
Oh, boy.
And he that...
Hold on, wait a minute. Pride is the beginning of sin. The beginning of breaking God's laws is pride. And anybody, I challenge you, pick up your phone, hit Facebook. And a lot of you got Israelite friends anyway. Scroll down and watch how much pride you see. Memes, pride all on Facebook. Almost every time you see somebody even wrote something down, it's like they in their pride, boy. I tell you. Go ahead.
For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination.
Shall pour out what?
Abomination.
And everybody that got it's in their pride, everything you doing, man, you ain't doing them pouring out abomination. Wickedness. Think you doing good, but you're not. You ain't doing them pouring out abominations. And I'm looking at that every time I see these little arguments going back and forth. Mm-hmm. Every time.
Because even in the scriptures, the Most High God gives us solutions on how we handle disagreements between brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Do anybody know what it is? Do you know what it is? What's the scripture that lets us know how to handle disagreements with brothers? Y'all know?
Matthew 18 and 15. Let's get that. Because I wanted to bring that out, and I'm glad you did that. Because I know there's one thing. Don't nobody even deal with each other like this. Even though we done brought it out over and over and over, over and over and over, and people still won't do what the Bible say do. And this is how you deal with it. And if everybody dealt with each other like this, it'll be a lot less harassment with each other going on. It'll be a lot less of injuries going on that like what Jeroboam was expressing. Go ahead.
And hold up. And when you hear brothers saying, don't do it this way, then you know something is wrong.
Exactly.
Because guess what? We ought to follow the guidelines of the scriptures. Go ahead,
The book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
If your brother sinned against you, then he said, go and tell his fault between you and him.
Alone.
Alone. Not everybody named mama. Not my baby mama, my baby daddy. No, You and him alone. See, because a lot of times I can get a lot of stuff accomplished by just go to this brother. Hey, man, come here, man. Let me holler at you. I got a problem with what you did with that. See, there ain't going to be nobody around for him to show off in front of. Oh, because you know I was like this, boy. We love it. We get about 4 or 5 people on our side, boy. We good. Yeah, boy. We gonna bring it. Yeah, soon them 4 people gone. What was that you was talking about?
That's the idea.
But see, that's why he said, go to your brother by himself.
Yeah.
Man, he ain't finished. Go ahead.
And him alone.
Alone.
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
Now, if he listen to be like, man, okay, man, my bad, man, I tripped out, man. I didn't even realize that I hurt you like that. Now, I done gained the brother. Because now he trusts me to come to him when I got a problem with him, and now I trust him to come to me when he got a problem with me. Because we just developed that trust by going to each other, discussing the thing that I got a problem with or the thing he might got a problem with me.
And they got that from the Levitical laws.
Yes.
So when you thinking about all of that, guess what? When Christ is speaking, he spoke what the laws were.
Yeah.
That's why he said that. You go get that in Leviticus 19, 17, 18. That's what you can go
And
get.
better yet, write that down, because we can. Well, I got a law, but we're gonna bring that out at the end of the class when we bring out the law, and that'll be one that we bring out.
Because a lot of times when you just get to this first part and apply it, guess what? That can stop a lot of beef from moving forward or expanding.
Exactly.
You know, so it's very important that we take heed to the scriptures, and more importantly, we got to apply them in our everyday lives.
And a lot of people go over the chain of command on how God do things.
Mm-hmm.
If you follow the guidelines, stuff won't go out of order.
Yep, that's right. I was just going to say that, because even correcting your brothers and sisters in the truth is still order that you have to go by.
Mm-hmm.
We can go to Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 7. And before you even go to Matthew 18 and 15, you have to go to the scriptures first to make sure it line up before you even bring it to them.
Great.
It says, blame not.
I'll read it for you. You can break it down. The book of Sirach, chapter 11, verse 7. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth.
Before you have examined these scriptures and went over them and said, you know what, yeah, my brother wrong, man. You know what, my sister wrong with this truth. So before we even do a Matthew 18 and 15, we have to make sure that we are right according to the scriptures.
That's right.
The scriptures win, and they always will win. That's what we are here for now.
And also listen to what the other person got to say.
And it's going to tell you that too. Keep reading now.
Understand first and then rebuke.
So you have to have order before you even correct somebody, you know what I'm saying, to try to get them to understand what's going on. Keep reading now.
Yeah, and another thing, you can't rebuke, you can't correct nothing if you don't understand what's going on.
That's right.
That's why you got okay, listen there, okay, okay. Now I can understand, now I can correct what's going on here. Because now I listen to both sides, or I listen to the other side. Read. Oh, I'm reading.
Go ahead.
Answer not before thou hast heard the cause.
Yeah, so you still have order to go by, and like you said, before you can even correct, you have order yourself to go into. Well, now I got to make sure I hear my brother out. I got to make sure I know exactly what's going on, and the way I know exactly what's going on is that I go to the scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
It's always, that's the main thing I want to get, is that we always have to go to the scriptures to prove what's wrong and what's right, because like you said, pride is a tough thing amongst Israel, man. And we say ourselves can be prideful too. Oh yeah, I heard them say one word, yeah. And we all have that, we done before, but we have to, before we heard the truth, before we heard what's going on, we have to listen first. We always have to open our ears and incline. But I always go back to the scriptures. That's right. Scripture will always win.
Go ahead, read on down to verse 9. Huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Neither interrupt men in the midst of their talking. See, I had to learn this. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Man, I hear 1 or 2 words and I'll jump right in there. Man, I mean, totally missed the dude the whole point. Because I'm still trying to get mine off. And then I just got through talking. But and what it is I don't even want him to get out what he got coming out. He might sound better than me. Pride. Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not.
So is the earth flat around? Hey, man.
Mhm.
What do you think about the water? Is this something with this water? Hey, man, I don't even got to conversate with that, man. What about the law, statutes, and commandments? What about what we're doing right or wrong according to the scriptures? So if it's not a matter that concerns us and it's true, then we don't even got to speak on it.
Exactly.
And another, man, I'm telling you, it's another scripture right here in Ecclesiastes 4:8, Ecclesiastes 20:1. I'll read it right quick. There is a reproof that is not comely. Again, some man holdeth his tongue, and he is wise. Sometimes, man, it's better not to say nothing, man, about some situations that don't matter amongst Israel. Are we keeping the laws? Are we statutes and commandments? Are we gathering together? Are we doing what the Most High told us to do? Other than that,
do we know we Israel?
right?
Those are the things that matter. Like I was hitting on some good scriptures. Go ahead.
And sit not in judgment with sinners.
Because we don't even have to judge the sinners, man. You know what I'm saying? They gonna keep on they want to be on that. That's why we draw that line in the sand. But hey, you stay on that side.
Read the next verse, man.
My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou should not be innocent.
See, that's the whole problem with Israel. They want to meddle with every single. I'm gonna keep watching the video. You don't have to watch it, bro. You don't have to watch their videos. You don't look here, man. You don't have to watch our video. You don't have to. When people flex your spirit, you don't have to watch that stuff, man.
Exactly.
Cut it off. Cut it off, man. You ain't got to keep meddling. Oh, they this and this. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna tell everybody. No, you ain't got to do that. You don't have to do that. If you don't like it, move on, man.
That's
right. And then they be so like he said, they want to go everywhere. Man, I want to know if the earth flat. If you believe the earth flat around, do you believe Esau the white man? But then, man, have you up? Do you believe the commandments and the law that we supposed to be doing?
That's right.
Golly, man, God, you just want to just I want to know what you think about that. I want stuff that don't matter.
Right.
Like that. I don't care if the earth is triangle, octagon, rectangular, hexagon, parallel. I don't care. I don't care if it's a straight line. It ain't gonna matter. Yeah, until the fact of the matter, we still gotta go by the law, statutes, and commandments, no matter what. Well, I just need to know if Esau lied. Hell, he might have.
We know he probably has.
Yeah, God, dang it, man, no doubt. So it's time when he done told the truth too. So
yeah,
if I gotta sit there and try to distinguish everything he did, man, I'm gonna mess my own head up.
Or more importantly, it keeps you out of keeping.
Exactly.
That's the main thing.
Exactly.
It's all a distraction.
That's pride, because all they trying to do is get some knowledge so they can go argue with somebody about some stuff that don't matter. Man, well, I'm glad y'all brought them out. I ain't even bring that up, but now we're going to get out of that because we're going to tell some people. Yeah, go ahead.
Right quick.
Where we at?
Verse 10.
Verse 10, my son, meddle not with many matters, for that if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain. Man, saying, boy, that is, man, neither should I escape by fleeing. You ain't gonna escape just because you done ran away. Hey, you done started it now.
Yeah.
You done jumped your butt all up in there now. Now just because you run away, guess what? Man, you done leave me alone. Next thing you know, that Negro walking up to you when you out in the street now talking at the corner. Or at the store. Or at the family reunion, wherever else there is, you ain't gonna get away from it, Flynn. You done jumped all in my business. Man, you all up in my business. Then you be trying, man, then you trying to bag out. But guess what? That dude in his pride, he ain't letting you make it. You should have never got in that mess.
That's right.
And that's a lot of time. A lot of y'all seeing the stuff going on online. Get out the mess. I don't care if they going through, let them do that. Let the Most High work it out. Don't you jump in. I'm gonna pick this side. I'm gonna pick that side. I'm gonna pick these scriptures.
Right.
And go by what these scriptures say. Whether it be IUIC saying this or Judah Mac saying, I don't give a damn what they talking about. What I'm gonna do is go in these scriptures and stay in these scriptures. If they want to argue every time and keep videotaping each other saying this, saying that, yeah, if you arguing with a fool and you calling them a fool, guess what they make you? A fool. You talking about this man wicked, going back and forth. He wicked, he wicked, he wicked, he wicked. And if you got to keep saying that, guess what? That let me know you wicked as hell. Man, go back to where we was, man.
Verse 13 of Ecclesiastes chapter 10. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities.
Boy, hold on. Strange calamities. Not just calamities. These here strange. Read.
Strange calamities, and overthrew them utterly.
That's why I say, man, don't just let them go and let other people do it. They want to go, let them. Knock yourself out. I used to comment all down on Facebook. Every time I thought, man, now I'm in a big old argument over here. Commented over there. I'm in a big old argument on this other on these notes. Then I realized, man, I don't give a dang what them people talking about, man. God dang, I'm not finna correct everybody. You be on there all day long talking, no, they got that wrong. They got that wrong. And these people would say it like they bona fide. It's this there. Call out a scripture, then you read the scripture and say, I don't even say that. I can go in there and correct them, but what? But what for? Now I'm in an argument with him. Then somebody come in and say something else in that. Man, I got a whole page full of nothing. Just sitting there all day, worrying about my phone, getting noticing. Damn, he said something about that. I got to comment. I got to comment on that. I got to comment on that. I got to comment on that. Then you realize how stupid you was. Then you go back and you got to delete all the comments. Yeah, I didn't even say it. I didn't call that nigga bitch, oh, and everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got all outside myself, boy. Ain't even you looking at the comments. You don't even know if you, damn, I write that. They don't even sound like me. No, it wasn't you but you done got into that pride. Now you out of who you really are. You out of character. You looking like your enemy now.
Hold on, read verse 13, because this is what happened. I'm glad you said that. Read verse 13 again.
For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that had
pride, read on,
shall pour out abomination.
When you going into that, you pouring out abomination,
yes.
Man. Comment all out of order. You're in a different wicked spirit now. Yeah. So that's those abominations that the scripture is talking about. I'm glad you brought that up.
And you can look when you look at the messages. When y'all looking at, if you're on Facebook, you're looking at the comments, right? You'll see somebody talking about it. You be like, hey, where's that conversation at? Because somebody had just realized how stupid they sounded, and they had to go back and delete all of their comments. So it's got one person look like he's just talking to nobody. I'm like, who is he talking to? You know what I'm saying? He calling out names, and he's like, they ain't even on the board. That's because that's what happened. Man, I realized, damn, I'm stupid. I done did it before. I done went back, boy. I'm telling you, look like dude just talking to a ghost on things. I done took all my comments off that he was responding to. I done called him everything, boy. I mean, man, I was straight nigga on them. But man, we got to get out of that pride, Israel, for real, man. I don't give a damn what them other people, I don't care if they talking about your mama and your dog. It don't matter, man. Let them make it. Let them make it. Because I'm telling you, you can't do nothing the Most High is not going to be able to do. That's the thing about it we got to get out of, man. The Most High run this show.
Right.
You is not finna change nothing the Most High got going on. Even if you don't say nothing, he going to correct it.
Because like when we came into this truth, we made an agreement. He chose us, then we got into the agreement. Guess what? We're going to come out the nigga spirit. Lord, we're going to let you fight for us. That's the agreement that we made. Now we're gonna come out this nigga spirit. No, I can't battle. No, Lord, I'm gonna pray to you. I'm gonna pray to you. You direct me on how things need to go, or you put the spirit in the other person to straighten that thing out. But guess what? You got to put things back into perspective. Put it back in order, man. Get about that pride of your own self. Start leaning towards Scripture, leaning towards the Most High God and the Son, Yahweh.
Yeah, and one thing I had realized, I'm a big guy, so a lot of times I'd be like, jump all in the cat's face, I'll knock people out. They done got right back off the ground and still talking about me, you know what I'm saying? But when I pray, and then the Most High take care of that business, I don't got to worry about that no more. Because one thing I know, I can't outfight the Most High. Mayweather can't outfight the Most High. Ain't nobody around can outfight. So what I'm thinking I'm doing, I'm thinking, yeah, I took care of that. Hell yeah. No, you didn't. When you take care of business, you let the Most High do it.
That's right.
Because that's all they get, that reward. You be like, man, I want him punished. Man, didn't you hit him in the jaw? No, I want some. He got up though, you know what I'm saying? But so as I said, you gave him his punishment. But if you'd let me do it, he'd be still getting that. He's gonna be still getting that work. You know what I'm saying? So we always trying to do something, man. That's the Most High thing. That's like you said. It's agreement we made that we're gonna let you do this stuff. That's our problem. We done got beside ourselves and got in pride. I can do it. And then America done got us believing in ourselves so bad. You can do what you put your mind to. No, you can't. Man, come on. You mean to tell me? And everybody got a mind and they thinking. Not nobody woke as a child said, you know what? When I grow up, I'm gonna just be poor. I'm just gonna have nothing. You know what I'm saying? But a pair of green ugly shoes. You know what I'm saying? That yeah. No. So just because you thinking about it don't mean that's what's gonna happen.
That's right.
The only way you're gonna achieve what's going on is by going to these law, statutes, commandments what God gave us from the beginning.
Right.
Go ahead. Let's get back to what's name.
Verse 14. The Lord had cast down the thrones of proud princes and set up the meek in their stead. The Lord had plucked up the roots of the proud nation.
And this what the Most High said. He doing that. Tanya, I would tear him up. So shut up and let the Most High do his business. Go ahead.
And planted the lowly in their place. The Lord overthrew countries of the heathen.
Man, who we up there? We up there thinking we can do it. We can't even overthrow our girlfriend. We can't even overthrow our children. But the Most High overthrow countries, kingdoms, nations, princes, kings. And we up here thinking we got some power. Yeah, I'm gonna get that nigga a piece of my mind. Yeah, your mind is gone. You ain't gonna give him nothing. Go ahead.
And destroyed them to the foundations of the earth. He took some of them away and destroyed them and had made their memorial to cease from the earth. Pride was not made for men.
He said, hold on, read that last part.
Man, boy.
The Lord overthrew countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth. He took some of them away and destroyed them and had made their memorial to cease from the earth.
He said he made that memorial to cease from the earth. That means you ain't got no memory of that person or nothing.
No, none of that, man. Ain't nothing. Shoot, the grave gone.
That's right. They were so great on the earth. They were this and that on that. But guess what? Now you don't remember nothing about him. You don't. It's gone. It's like in the wind.
Prime example is what he did to the Egyptians. A lot of times people think those original Egyptians are over there. Those are not the original Egyptians.
And he scattered them all over the place too. And
that's what Ezekiel 29, he made them a base people. Those are the Sudanese, people that you see on those go donate with those flies and stuff, with those big bellies. Those are the original Egyptians. So the Most High is not playing when he's doing it. They don't even know that those people were the ancient Egyptians. A lot of times. Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 18. Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman.
Hold up, man. Read that again, man.
Pride was not made for men.
He said pride was not made for men. Men chose to have that, man. That wasn't made for us, man.
Wasn't nothing, and that's us. And he talking about the Israelites.
That's right.
It wasn't made for us. He built other nations that be in pride to keep us in line. But that pride wasn't something that was for us. That was something that Eve had got from them God doing them other nations. When she bit into the fruit, forbidden fruit. That's what she got that from. That's exactly what happened in the garden. They got proudful. As soon as they up there, they learned everything. Then they come back. You naked. You in sin. Uncover their sin is what happened. That's another story. That's a whole little that right there, boy. Make you want to go into that too, but no, stick with the subject right now. Go ahead, man.
Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman. They that fear the Lord are a sure seed.
But that what? All right, what?
They that fear the Lord are a sure
That
seed.
means a band with God. Say no. Go ahead.
And they that love him, an honorable plant.
An honorable plant. That means it'll flourish. It'll grow. It'll produce fruit. Go ahead.
They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed.
The ones that don't obey these laws, they're dishonorable seed. Yeah, you ain't no but a rotten little piece of fiber sitting in the ground. Go ahead.
They that transgress the commandments are a deceivable seed.
The ones that go against the commandment, they deceivable seed. Those are false prophets. Deceiver. They deceiver. They the devil. So-called white man. Telling you now, you know, those things are done away with. We got our own laws. Don't go by God's laws. We got laws. Some of them just like God's laws. So why even bother with God? Because he wants to be like he wants to be him. So he wants you to go do everything. Him. Don't worry about God. We got that. That's why you see some similarities in the stuff that they do come from our book. Because he's trying to be the Most High. Where you at? They finished that one?
20.
Yeah, go ahead.
Among brethren, he that is chief is honorable. So are they that fear the Lord in his eyes.
Read the next one.
The fear of the Lord goes before the obtaining of authority, but roughness and pride is the losing thereof.
Oh boy, so what? Read that last
one. But roughness and pride is the losing thereof.
Oh, you gonna lose. You lost. When you're in pride, you already lost. You're not gonna win that battle. Because when you're in pride, that's against the Most High. Period. From Israel to every other nation. Get out your pride, man. Let's go stay in Sirach. We're gonna go to 5 in chapter 1. 5 and 1. Try to stay in there instead of bouncing all around. That way we can be in here without having to go here, come back, go here, come back. So we're gonna go through here, then we'll go over to somewhere else. Go ahead.
The book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength.
Ain't that what America be teaching us? Plan for your retirement. And then you sit up there and you done say $2-3 million. I got enough. And by the time you 40, 20 more years down the line, that $2 or $3 million ain't nothing about $4 now. Now you got to get back out there 80, 90 years old trying to sit up there. Let me go ahead and plant these seeds.
He'd be a greeter at Walmart.
Yeah. Talking about this don't pay the bill. Go ahead.
Follow not thine own mind and thy strength, to walk in the ways of thy heart. And say not, who shall control me for my works?
See, no, man. That's what we be saying. We be going, we depend on us, ourselves, everything we do. I got a good job. So, till you fired. Yeah. Or till they lay you off with no severance package. And then they'll do that sometimes, lay your butt off, and then the one time, I got a severance package. Oh, good. And you about $7,000. You know, man, I'll be gonna spend $7,000 tomorrow.
Man, let me get a precept on it. Let's go back to Sirach 10 and 26. That's going straight into what you're talking about.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 26. Be not overwise in doing thy business, and boast not thyself in the time of thy distress.
Because that's what a lot of people do. Oh man, they like to boast in their business. Yeah, I did this, did that. Then, like you said, you get fired. Now you see, you get there. Oh, I got this service packet now. And look at that stuff be going on.
Yeah, man. And that'd be them time, boy. You get that little $7,000, $10,000, and then for some odd reason, every bill collector that you ain't want something you ain't heard in 10 years. Oh yeah, we need that money now. Oh, remember this? Oh yeah, we need that. Hey, we need people like, dang, you done paid all that money off. I done paid all. I'm caught up and I'm broken. Until next Monday, and all them bills come right back around. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, you gotta stay with the Most High. This world is set up. I used to tell my kids that all the time. This world, man, this is set up for us to fail. I wasn't even in the truth and kind of could feel that. Like, dang, man, this world is set up for us to fail. I didn't know why it was set up for us. I didn't know we was Israelites, but I knew something about something is going on.
Different.
I had so many ideas, but I tried everything. I tried to get me some hotels, man. I tried everything, man. I'm like, what is going against? I can't do nothing. I'm like, shoot. And then,
Strange calamity.
yeah, strange calamity. You know what I'm saying? I even went out and got a group of people. I was like, well, the white folk got groups, they go get this all. So I went and got a group of people. Okay, he got some money, he got some money, he got some money, he got some money. I try to go together. They like, we don't want your money. Damn, hold on. God damn, you mean I still can't do it? And I got a whole lot of people with me. But y'all let them do it. They won't let us do it. They ain't finna no. And I was like, I thought, yeah, I can get it in the mirror. America said, hell no. And the Most High said, hell no. I told y'all not gonna get it. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
Yeah, see, man, look, man, don't get in your pride and add sin on the sin like he was talking about, man. Bringing abomination. You pouring out abominations, man, when you get in that pride, man. Because then you going to sin over here. You think it ain't sin. You adding sin on top of sin. Don't want to be corrected when somebody bring it to you. Man, you going out of line. Not me, nigga. Not soon. Not me. I started this. Yeah, that's how we get, boy. I'm telling you, man. Let's go to 15, chapter 15, verse 1. I told you we got a little reading today. I thought I had this down, but I got, man.
Go to Sirach, chapter 15, verse 1. He that fears the Lord will do good, and he that hath the knowledge of the law shall obtain her. And as a mother shall she meet him, and receive him as a wife, married of a virgin. With the bread of understanding shall she feed him, and give him the water of wisdom to drink.
This is knowledge and understanding of the knowledge. Sun and the moon. Go ahead.
He shall be stayed upon her, and shall not be moved, and shall rely upon her, and shall not be confounded.
This is the law, statutes, and commandments. This is how we're supposed to be living. We need to be learning this because this is what's going to stay with us. This is what's going to grow us. This is what's going to mature us. These law, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead.
She shall exalt him above his neighbors, and in the midst of the congregation shall she open his mouth. He shall find joy and a crown of gladness, and she shall cause him to inherit an everlasting name.
An everlasting name. That's because you ban these law, statutes, and commandments. That's the only time we're going to get out of here. What you give to the Most High and doing His will, that's the only thing you're going to get that's going to have any kind of value here in your whole life. Everything else is vanity. Go ahead.
Verse 7. But foolish men shall not obtain unto her.
If you're a fool, you ain't going to listen to them. You ain't going to listen to these law, statutes, and commandments. I'm going to do some of them, you know what I'm saying, but not all of them. You're a fool, according to the scriptures. Go ahead.
And sinners shall not see her, for she is far from pride.
She what?
For she is far from pride.
See, that knowledge and wisdom and understanding, these law, statutes, commandments, they far from pride. Because obedience is better than sacrifice. When you obey these laws, man, you won't be in pride. That's why the Most High give us these things. Then a lot of stuff we get, and He give us these laws because they keep us out of trouble, man. They keep us out of, man, we can't go and want what these other nations got because all of that stuff, man, the more you get into it, the more deeper you're going to be in some trouble.
That's right.
Because they in trouble all the time. So they make us think we killing each other all the time. They killing each other around the clock. We just don't see that. It ain't reported on the news. We just think it's us. They told us we so bad, we believe we bad. Because they done told us that every day. So we done took it upon ourselves to believe what they told us about us. Read.
Verse 7. But foolish men shall not obtain her, and sinners shall not see her. For she is far from pride.
Mm-hmm.
And men that are liars cannot remember her.
Oh, see, the ones that be lying all the time, they can't even remember the commandments. And sometimes people in Israel can't remember the commandments. They out there teaching the commandment. Then when they come down to him and his brother, now why is you hating on them? Did you forget the commandments? Why is you talking about that man's family? Why is you cursing this man, putting death, condemning this person? Did you not remember the commandments? The same thing you out there trying to tell everybody else, come back to his law, statutes, and commandments. And you ain't doing none of it. Do you not remember the commandments?
You get a precept, man.
Go ahead.
Matthew 7. Matthew chapter 7 and verse 1. Because people, there's a difference between judging and condemning, man.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna get the mold out of somebody else? How you gotta be me your read it up.
The book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Judge not that ye be not judged.
It said, judge not that ye be not judged, man. You sitting up here judging, trying to condemn this man, telling this man that he finna get out, your whole family died in the car. All that, man, look here, man. You stepping out of line, man. You putting yourself in the authority of the Most High and His Son, Yahushua. You cannot do that, man. Read up.
For with what judgment ye judge,
He said, for what judgment that you judge the people, read.
ye shall be judged.
You gonna be judged yourself. So now you putting your own family in harm's way for opening your mouth and putting people to death that you doing, brother, and that that they doing out there. You cannot do that, man. Read.
And with what measure ye meet,
And what measure ye meet, read.
it shall be measured to you again.
And it shall be measured to you again. So when you dig in a grave for somebody else, you might well dig one right beside him, because that's the grave for you too.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot do that, man. The scriptures have to line up.
Like the cat
Oh,
be
yeah.
telling, man, you quit y'all need to quit smoking weed. But I just sell it though. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
That's our people though. I tell you, boy, they always try to, you know, even the ones that's wicked, they act like they try to talk to you like he got some knowledge on. You know what I'm saying? You just shouldn't do that. I know, you know, that's just me. I'm wrong. I know what I do, but you shouldn't do that. God dang it, man. That don't make no sense. We wonder why our kids confused as hell. Go ahead.
That's just like last weekend, the brother pulled out his private part peeing in front of folks, man. In front of everybody.
Kids out there.
Everything. Then brother checked him about doing it, and you hear other people that was standing back.
Why y'all trying to fight?
Y'all can't do people like that.
Yeah, but you didn't say nothing about him just pulling out his penis right there and peeing in front of everybody.
See, that's what's wrong
That
with
is
people, man.
crazy.
Come
That's
on, man.
crazy. Man, go
We
ahead.
love darkness rather than light.
Mhm.
right,
We
man.
justify the darkness, the wicked. But brothers out there trying to tell you the truth and trying to save your life as well as ours, we ain't got nothing for you.
Mhm.
Come on, man.
Verse 8, for she is far from pride, and men that are liars cannot remember her. Praise is not seemly in the mouth of a sinner, for it was not sent him of the Lord. For praise shall be uttered in wisdom, and the Lord will prosper it. Say not thou, it is through the Lord that I fell away.
Yeah, don't be lying on the Most High. That ain't why you fell away. You fell away because your butt was in your lust and everything in this world. You like the world still. A lot of people don't want to admit that. And this is in Israel. They don't want to admit they like the world still. They still love television. They still love it. I mean, they still love a lot of stuff in the world. Not the fact that you can go back and just watch it, but no, you love it. I mean, boy, keep up with the Cowboy, man. I'm sure what's name that. So, you know, Ellie, man, he need to, man. I don't give a damn what Ellie and them do. They can bury themselves in that Salvation Army goddamn thing they keep jumping in. I don't care. I watch a game or two, but I don't give a dang about who do what. Because all of us on fake stuff anyway, just watching the football game just like watching goddamn Tom and Jerry.
Just like
Same old thing. Just a cartoon.
Wrestling. Just like watching wrestling.
Go ahead.
Verse 9. Praise is not seemly in the mouth of a sinner, for it is not sinner. No, we already read that slide.
verse 11.
Verse 11. Say not thou, if it is through the Lord that I fell away, for thou oughtest not to do the things that he hated.
Don't do the stuff he hate. Go ahead.
Say not thou, he had caused me to err, for he had no need of the sinful man.
He ain't got no need of it. Don't say the Most High God been caused you to do this. He ain't got no need for no sinful man. So why in the world would he be trying to test you to be sinful? He's trying to tell you to come up out of it. Why he gonna put you in sin just to see what you do? That wouldn't even be done. He tempted. No, he didn't. That girl came over there. No, the girl was coming over there. You just looked at it and started lusting after me and try to blame it on God. You know what I'm saying? So he tried to tempt me, but I didn't go get it. No, she didn't want you.
That's right. That's right.
That's what it is. She didn't want you, and then you just like, he tried to tempt me. And you know how we love to do. We let nigga go to the club and come back lying his butt off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying, when it was all up on me, man, you were holding up the wall, man. Had that Hennessy for the last 4 hours. There ain't no but water in the straw in that mug. You know, you talking, he still go back and lie your butt off. Yeah, they were looking all at me. Nah, wasn't nobody looking at you but that wall. It rubbed your butt a little bit when you was all up on it. But that's about it. But man, go ahead, man.
Verse 13. The Lord hateth all abominations.
No, some of them.
The Lord hateth all abominations.
He like a couple of them, though, don't he?
The Lord hateth all abominations.
All of them. Go ahead.
And they that fear God love it not.
Oh, yeah. That abomination. Homosexuality. Like he said, that's an abomination. He hate that. So y'all quit trying to make this out to be Christianity done made y'all think, boy, it's a hate. He said, I hate all of them. Him hating his brother, me hating my brother. He hate that. Mm-hmm. He can't stand none of that. He hate it all. Mm-hmm. Read.
14. He himself made man from the beginning and left him in the hand of his counsel. If thou wilt to keep the commandments.
His counsel, these laws, the statutes and commandments. Go ahead.
If thou wilt to keep the commandments and to perform acceptable faithfulness.
That means following them. Go ahead.
He has set fire and water before thee. Stretch forth thy hand until whether thou wilt.
Mm-hmm.
Before man is life and death.
That's your choices. God gave us freedom of choice, yeah. Life and death. Those are choices. That's choices that you got. It ain't life and death and drug scene and no, you just got life and death.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Before man is life and death, and whether him like it shall be given him.
Mm-hmm.
For the wisdom of the Lord is great.
Whatever you choose, that's what you're gonna get. You choose life, you're gonna get life. That means going back to God's law, statutes, commandments. You don't choose life, you choose death. Then you're gonna get death. Not just one time, but a second time also. Because a lot of people seem like they ain't scared of the first death no more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But soon, when that judgment comes, there's a second death after that.
Then that's when people be hollering, "Who I'm ready to die?" Let the Lord stop you breathing for 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to fight for your breath to get back.
Look, that breath will come off from the 20 seconds. When they let him breathe again, there'll be an Israelite in 21 seconds. In 21 seconds. Who? I'm Israel. Where them law, statutes, commandments at, goddamn? Where they bring them here, man? God dang. You'd be ready to do it then. Well, I wish I could do that. Well, I wish I had a switch just to hold your nose. I'm Israel. I am Israel. Yeah, I see that now. I bet you do. Bet you do. Go ahead.
Right. Verse 16. He has set fire and water before thee. Stretch forth thy hand unto whether thou wilt. Before man is life and death, and whether him like it shall be given him. Mm-hmm. For the wisdom of the Lord is great, and he is mighty in power, and beholdeth all things. Mm-hmm. And his eyes are upon them that fear him, and he knoweth every work of man. He hath commanded no man to do wickedly, neither hath he given any man license to sin.
To you, Christianity, you ain't got no, you ain't got no license to sin.
Man, that's a good one.
He didn't give it to you. He ain't tempting you with it. Man, I just let that here. That's self-explanatory.
I got to expound on it.
I don't know how. Expound yourself. Go ahead, though.
I got to expound on it because I heard say this before. Yeah, I've heard more than one brother say this. They said, man, if I had to go, smoke a blunt to get somebody in the truth, I'd do it. Or if I had to go sleep with a sister to get her in the truth, I'd do it. Partner, he did not give you no license to sin.
Exactly.
No man license to sin, man. I heard people say that went over my head like, God, dog. All the great people that he had in the Bible, he never need none of them to go sin to go. That doesn't make any sense, man.
I had to go smoke this crack because I had to tell them, they wrong.
I had to sit with the crackhead.
No way I can get to him if I was on crack myself.
Come on, man. You think he need that for you to get somebody in the truth? No, this is how you get somebody in the truth. You plant the seed, he bring the increase, man. That's how that thing goes, man. It ain't gonna go nowhere else. He said, we sow the seed. Guess what? He brings the increase.
Then you're gonna bring other people water it.
That's right.
And everything else. That's it. Well, yeah, that was it on that one. Huh?
Yeah, that was
Yeah, go to stay in Sirach. Let's go to 22 or 22, and we'll be out of Sirach in a minute.
The book of Sirach, chapter 22, verse 22. If thou hast opened thy mouth against thy friend.
Hold on. If you running your dang own mouth against a friend, well, let me show you something. It ain't, people do this, so it'll happen. So go ahead.
If thou hast opened thy mouth against thy friend, fear not.
Don't be tripping. Don't go tripping. Go ahead.
For they may be a reconciliation.
See, it'll be a chance for reconciliation. Sometimes we done did it before, talked about each other, come back, we done got things back right. So that's a chance, but go ahead, watch this.
Except for upbraiding or pride or disclosing of secrets.
See, now, when you done took this uprooted this person now out of their belief and all this stuff, and you was wrong anyway in the first place, and now you got pride on you when you're doing it now, when you done talked about it, now you proud, and there ain't nothing no business, and you done, now look, hold on, and go ahead.
Or a treacherous wound, for these things every friend will depart.
See, stuff like that, he ain't getting them back. You done went and shot the man. Now you want to be cool again? Man, you shot me. You know what I'm saying? God, I'm not, then you sit up there, you done ended. I mean, you talking, done went and talked to his family and then told them the deepest secrets that they confounded in you, and you done went and told somebody. See, those things right there, even the most I say, shoot, they'll leave you alone for that type of stuff.
That's right.
When you're in your pride, they'll leave you alone now. Hold on, man. I thought we could have been cool. And they'll be trying to come back and be cool with just something like.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be
You
the same.
went too far with that one.
Because guess what? That treacherous rules take a toll. It can be physical or it can be spiritual.
Mhm.
You can go into, guess what? Lying on your brother.
Mhm.
That could cause a split that could never be returned. Give me James chapter 3 and verse 6 right quick. A lot of times physical harm, we know that, but it's also with words. Words do hurt. They hurt. We put it out of our sight, but guess what? That don't negate that you done it.
Mhm.
Read that real quick and right back to it.
The book of James,
Chapter 3 and verse 6.
3, verse 6. And the tongue is a fire.
Read that again up.
And the tongue is a fire.
A tongue is a fire because what? Your tongue speak words. Read on up.
A world of iniquity.
A world of sin if you're doing it the wrong way. Telling lies, gossiping, murmuring about your brothers and sisters. Read on up.
So is the tongue among our members.
So is the tongue amongst our members, our body. Read on up.
That it defileth the whole body.
That it does what?
Defileth the whole body.
Your tongue, the things that come out of your mouth can defile your whole body. make people look at you in an ugly way, not in the right light that the Most High want them to look at you in. Read on, huh?
And set it on fire, the course of nature.
And does what?
And set it on fire, the course of nature.
Man, it can set things on fire, man, that cannot be put out, man. And that's what that is going into with treacherous wounds. Read on, huh?
And it is set on fire of hell.
Set on fire of what?
Of hell.
Of hell. So the tongue, hey, it could get you into a world of iniquity. Go ahead, huh?
It was like that, what it said, life and death is in the power of the tongue. You can choose life on somebody and death on somebody just with your mouth. That stupid saying. Sticks and stone may break my bones, words will never hurt me. No, sticks and stone may break your bone, but word will kill you.
Guess what? By his word, the world was created. So they let you know how powerful words go, man.
That's just kingdom, boy. They teach everything opposite. Go ahead, give me Proverbs 8:13. Yeah.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil.
I thought we ain't supposed to hate.
The fear of the Lord is to hate evil.
Mm-hmm. What kind of is a hate? What kind of evil though?
Pride and arrogance.
Yep.
And the evil way. And the froward mouth do I hate.
Well, they were just talking about that mouthpiece of yours and that goddamn your pride that you stuck in and the arrogance you got behind that when you speaking all this stuff on people's mouth. That's man. All of us coming together, man. It's y'all see, it's just that pride in that mouth, and he just bringing out nothing but abomination. Well, that's what it's talking about. When you get in your pride and you bringing forth abomination, because every time you open that mouth, you're in your pride. You just all you doing is ain't number. They ain't even spit no more that's coming out your mouth. They ain't number abominations piling out. You spitting them all on nigga face. He up there going, that ain't spit. That's abomination. Nigga done abominated all on me. Because you're in your pride, man. Let's go to 14. Stay in Proverbs. Go to 14. And 1.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
See, if she a wild woman, she gonna build a house. That means she's gonna follow what her husband saying, building the way the Most High set it up, not the way she want to set it up. Go ahead.
He that walketh.
No, start. But the what? But the
foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
Yeah, and the foolish woman, she'll tear the house down, going against everything her husband say, going against the Bible. I want to do it like this. Somebody said that. I watched this YouTube video and they didn't say what you said. My kids, I ain't forget that. Y'all quit listening to your daddy. All this type of stuff. Y'all quit listening to your mama. The daddy too. This ain't just talking about the woman. Because a man need to be building this house too. And same thing, but a foolish man also puck it down with his hand. I'm leaving you, girl. I'm gone. You know, she don't like the way you look. Squash that. You let that nigga call you? Sure, man. You let that female call you? Yeah, I always like what they did. Then what you do? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
He that walketh in his uprightness feareth the Lord. But he that is perverse in his ways despises him.
And see, when you perverse, you despise the Most High when you're going against. You despising the Most High. And some people, it done got to the point, some people don't even care no more. They think, I'm hurt him. I'm gonna hurt him. You despise the Most High. You ain't hurting him. You killing you. That's what's gonna happen. And them same brothers gonna be probably the one that step forward when your butt dead. You know what I'm saying? They can't pay for the funeral. It'll be them that you hated, be the one that got the money to bury your funky self. So I'd be like, man, let's put him in the trash bag and flush him down the toilet, man. 'Cause that nigga was wicked. But no, it'll be them people that you hated that'll be the one that stand up for you. You won't even know it. Be like, dang. But you'll be gone. Don't worry about it. You'll be gone. Go ahead. Where we at?
Verse 3.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride.
In the mouth of the foolish is a what?
Rod of pride.
No, not just a little piece of pride, but what?
Is a rod of pride.
You ready to beat Negroes down with your pride. You're a foolish person. Yeah, you ready to beat them down with your pride. Knocking them across the head. Got cartoon knots all on your friend's head because you in your pride. Go ahead.
But the lips of the wise shall preserve him. Shall preserve them.
Let me get a precept on there. Read that verse right there again, the top part of it.
In the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride.
He said the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride. Watch this. Go to Proverbs 18:6 right quick. Let me show you something.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
A fool's lips enter into contention.
It said a fool's lips enter into contention. Read.
And his mouth calleth for strokes.
Look at it. It said his mouth is calling for strokes.
A full lip, enter in contention. Yeah, you finna get in them arguments. And you running your dang on mouth. Don't be surprised when I knock you across your head, man.
That's right.
Or somebody to knock you. Then you're gonna be, they wrong, but read that again, man. Cause everybody think the Most High ain't nobody been around here. Man, we Israel. You think we wasn't fighting? You think we wasn't putting people? Well, you think what we doing today is something new? Ain't nothing new under the sun. We were doing this same thing. How many fights have you seen? And everybody in this room, I know, can attest to this. And everybody watching, the fight start because somebody running their damn mouth.
Every time.
Read that again.
The book of Proverbs 18, verse 6. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes.
So don't be surprised. Don't tell me I'm wrong out there because I knock you across your forehead. The Bible say this is what's gonna happen to you. Just so happen I'm the person that he did it with. You know what I'm saying? So don't be tripping. Y'all niggas wrong. Y'all was gonna jump on that man's shoe. He ran his damn mouth. The Bible said he gonna get some. If I don't hit him, somebody else will. So I'm just saving you right now, you know, just in case that other dude that's 420 pounds did knock you across the head. Go ahead and take it from me. I'm on the way 240 something. You good. You good. So don't be tripping, especially you women. Y'all love to get in contention with your mouth. Boy, y'all sit down. And then go all up in a big old grown man face and run his mouth, pushing all on it. Bye. You hit a woman? Hell yeah, he hit a woman. Your contempt, your mouth got you knocked across your head. I didn't say that. Read that again.
Proverbs chapter 18, verse 6. A fool's lips.
Hold up. Read that again.
A fool.
Exactly. There you go. I'm glad you stressed that one.
A fool.
Because that is exactly what you're doing. You being a fool. That's like, man, when I know them, shoot, niggas over in the hood, what am I gonna sit there like with a fuck? Then when that nigga pull out a gun and blast me, and is he wrong? No. I'm over here where I know these Negroes shoot. So, me doing that, I'm a fool. A woman all up in the man's face is a fool. You hit women? Ain't nothing. It ain't like if I do this, someone's gonna stop me. You can be hit. Some get all up over there. That is stupid. Everybody didn't grow with their mama said don't hit a woman.
Somebody said to hit her.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
So man, so look, don't be a fool now.
And that goes into not only that we touched on the women and the men, but it goes to the children too.
Yeah.
The little children running their mouth, coming up in the boom.
Yeah. You right. You right.
That's what happens when you run your mouth. You calling for strokes too.
Yes. My mom used to say, shut up, boy, and you keep talking. My mom didn't. Whatever you use to do something, whatever again, that was you got whooped. If you use your hand, she gonna whoop your knuckles. Now you run your mouth, she gonna twist your lip. I bet you. Give me your tongue.
You all
boy.
in the business.
Stick your tongue out.
Twist your ear.
Yes. You don't say nothing for 3 days. Because goddamn, man, read that again.
Proverbs 18, verse 6. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes.
Call it for strokes, a left, a right stroke, uppercut stroke, overhand right stroke, a drop kick, an iron claw, what else? Superfly Jimmy Snook off the top rope, all that stuff, man. Shut your mouth, man.
But in the aspect too, we're not saying that a man's supposed to go home and just be there. No.
We supposed to be look. A lot of times this gonna happen not between the Israelites, not nobody following the law.
That's right.
This gonna happen because the Muslims is not following no law. They're not gonna sit there and think about it. They ain't gonna sit there and be like, I'm a man of God. I'm trying to try my best to hold my peace on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't finna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Even it tells you, read verse 6 one more time.
A fool's lips.
Fools. This is for people that's dealing foolish.
Exactly.
Not people that is keeping the commandments.
Uh-uh.
You know, so the scripture lets you know this is for people that's in sin, basically.
Mhm.
Read on up.
A fool's lips enter into contention.
Different stripes. Fools run their mouths. Righteous people don't run their mouths because guess what? They're gonna be keeping the scriptures. Read on up.
And his mouth calleth for strokes.
And that mouth that fool have is gonna be calling for the strokes. People that's keeping the commandments, righteous people are gonna know when to shield their mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're right. They learn. That's what's coming when you learning these laws. I was watching y'all can pull that up too on YouTube. It was ISUPK. They was on the street. I think it was in Philadelphia or whatever they were. And this white dude was scoffing them 24/7. And then the white boy got so bold as to yelled out, if God wasn't ain't such and such, let him strike me right now. This one dude was going to the bus down the street, came out of nowhere. Boom! It just kept, calmly and coolly hit the dude, knocked him out, and kept walking like ain't nothing happened. The white dude laid out. Knocked out cold, boy. And that's what I said to see. That foolish mouth, boy, he got called for stroke. And the dude had nothing to do with no ISUPK. He just ran, he was running to the bus. Ran through there, bye y'all, kept going like, man, it's like, dang, but it was called just like that.
Most times put on somebody's spirit
Exactly.
to give you what
Right.
you want.
You asking for it. Let me read verse 7. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. So yeah, you asking for it, you gonna get that shit destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah, you asking for it.
Yeah, where we at now?
We at
That was it?
verse 14. Is it verse 14 now?
No, that was good. No, that was good. Let's go to 16 and verse 6. Stay in the same book. Yes, sir.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 6. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged.
See, by the mercy and truth, with the mercy of the Most High and the truth of this Bible, sin is purged out. It's taken away because you start doing what the Most High God says do. And that's what I'm telling these other people, all these leaders around here, y'all act like y'all forgot the commandments. And y'all doing stuff telling the other people, hey, y'all need to obey the commandment. But then you running around not doing none of this stuff. That's what he said about taking and remembering. They forget, they forget, they don't remember. Go ahead.
By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged. And by the fear of the Lord, men depart from evil.
See, and by fear of the Lord, that means being obedient to God's law, statutes, commandments. That's how you come out of this pride. Get away from it. That's when I see it on you. I know you ain't obeying God. I know that because the Bible tells me so. That's the song they need to be teaching a kid. I know you in pride because the Bible tells me so. Yeah. Let's go to 18. That same stay at 16. Let's run to 18. Verse 18.
Verse 1.
No, verse 18. We in chapter 16. Go to 18. Verse 18.
Verse 18, pride goeth before destruction.
And see, that pride is going to be on you. Guess what? It comes first. After that, you're going to be destroyed. Breathe.
And a haughty spirit before a fall.
And that nasty spirit. See, when they had that, see, when you see that spirit upon people, you best believe they're finna fall in a minute. So they arguing back and forth. You best believe something's gonna happen in that organization. And if Judah Mack don't shut his damn mouth and just do exactly what this Bible say, quit worrying about what they talking about, something gonna fall over there too. All right, you brought it to light. Let the Most High deal with it. Because you got people over there that still believe what they believe over there. That's in that group. Let the Most High deal with it. Don't run. I ain't finna sit up. I done told them. Now let me go on. Shut up. Let me humble myself. Let them stay in pride. And vice versa. IUIC, let that man alone. Let him go. If he want to go, let him go. He got a different doctrine than you, let him go. Because this other camps got a different doctrine. You ain't talking about them. Let the man go. And this is one thing I be seeing in Israel. This is reason I keep bringing them up. And I ain't holding back no names because, hell, y'all done made it so goddamn public. It's on everything now. I normally don't even talk about other camps or other people in other groups. I'm doing this because every time I look on you, it's all on YouTube and Facebook 24/7. It done became the little old thing, all because this man got a difference in morning to morning, evening to evening. And these Muslims went in a state of hate over that.
Yeah.
Over that, a state of hate. Go ahead. Where we at? We go finish that up. Go to 19.
Verse 19. Better is it to be of a humble spirit.
Of a what spirit?
Better is it to be of an humble
of
spirit.
A what spirit?
Of a humble spirit.
He said, better is it to be of a humble spirit. Go ahead.
With the lowly. Than to divide the spoil with the proud.
Man. And but I'm not even going to listen to that because I get real bad on that. I'm gonna read that again. I'm gonna let it just marinate in your own head. And y'all study, because if I go on there, next thing you know, they be writing videos about me.
Matter of fact, man, get verse 20, man. Before you go, get verse 20 before you go into this.
Verse 20.
It's right, just hit on what you just said.
Better that handleth a matter wisely shall find good.
Handle it wisely.
And whoso trusteth in the Lord, happy is he.
Boy, saying like they said, like he brought out earlier, Matthew 18 and 15. I'm blocking his brother. Then how you gonna call and tell him you got a problem with him? You done cut off contact. But at the same time, you still over there running your mouth about, I'm blocking this and I'm blocking him. Well, you can't even go, how you gonna apologize then? If he don't got your number, or call him on the number. If y'all got a number, God dang it, call the person. Hey, man, you know, I have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? You should have never just cussed out my wife. You know what I'm saying? That's my wife, man. Come on, man. You didn't have to involve my kids. You didn't have to put my kids all in this. You didn't have to. Man, that's what you're supposed to do. That's Matthew 18 and 15. Apply the scripture. And read that again on 20. Go ahead. I'm glad you brought that up because I'll stop right there, but go ahead.
He that handleth a matter wisely.
Wisely. How?
Wisely. Shall find good.
So if you handle the matter wisely, the outcome will be good. And vice versa. If you handle it not unwisely, you're gonna get some bad results. So a lot of times you can look and see if you handle some of the situations right or wrong by the results of how it came out. If you handle it right, you ain't gonna have a whole lot of discourse. Unless the other person just in so much pride that then you know they ain't even in quit lying, you ain't in the truth. Go ahead. That's it on that one. That's it on that one.
Each time we bring classes out, brothers bring out classes, man, y'all be sure I always kind of touch on Proverbs and Sirach because they kind of are the focal point for how we deal with each other, like with moral laws on what to do and what not to do and how to handle certain situations. This gives you the understanding on how we're supposed to deal with one another in kind of in layman's terms. So I always just kind of touch on a few chapters in Proverbs and in Sirach, man, always.
Let's go to James 4:10. Right quick. We're gonna head right back to Proverbs for one more.
The book of James, chapter 4, verse 10. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord.
Do what?
Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord.
No, let's stay in our pride.
Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord.
In the sight of the Lord. That's every time, man, because the Lord is always watching.
And he shall lift you up.
Don't just try to humble yourself when it's time to go to Sabbath class, or humble yourself when it's time to go do the streets, or humble yourself on the high holy day because everybody gonna be there. You're supposed to be humbling yourself every day. The Lord watching everything at all times.
Read that last part again now.
Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up.
And he shall lift you up. There's no reason for you to begin in your pride lifting your own self up. Because guess what? The Most High can lift us up even higher than we can lift our own selves. So let the Most High deal with all these types of things, man.
And also, jump up to verse 7, then you come read verse 10. Read verse 7 first.
Verse 7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to God.
It said, submit yourself to God. Now, don't ask nobody else. You submit your own self to God. Read up.
Resist the devil, and he will flee from
Then
you.
you resist the devil, and whatever kind of devil that people speak against you and everything is going around. You resist that devil gonna flee. Now drop down to verse 10, man.
Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord.
Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, man. Read on.
And he shall lift you up.
And that's how you be lifted up, man. That's how that thing work, man. Go ahead, huh?
Go ahead. Speak. Go ahead. Go to the next.
11. Speak not evil one of another, brethren.
What? Brethren and sisterin. Quit talking about each other. God dang it, quit talking about each other.
You know that old saying, like we always say, we try to bring this out of each class. If you don't have nothing good to say,
don't say it.
Just don't say it at all.
Oh man, God dang it, man. Just you know, I don't like the way that nigga taught his tennis shoes.
Yeah, just anything.
It's just all right, man. Shoot, go buy the nigga a pair of shoes, with some new shoestrings or something, man. But God dang it. I mean, it just go ahead, man.
Speak not evil one of another, brethren. He that speaketh evil of his brother and judgeth his brother speaketh evil of the law and judgeth the law. But if thou judge,
they speaketh evil of what?
Of the law.
Ain't that what the Most High God gave us? So you speaking of your brother, you speaking against the law. The law. Parties, camps, individualites, gatherers. You speaking against your brother, you speaking against the law. So quit lying, quit running out telling people, you need to obey the law, statutes, and commandments. And then speaking against your brother, you're speaking against the law. The same law that you just taught. And he brought that scripture out about taking a beam at your own out in that area. He brought that out. Judge not, least you should be judged, because you doing the same thing. You preaching one thing, you're a hypocrite is what you're saying. That's what's happening. Go ahead.
But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge.
See, now if you're judging the law, you trying to, I don't think the law should be saying this. I don't think that's too harsh right there. That means you ain't doing the law. Because you trying to come and get no, you know what I'm saying? Women, they can wear pants and, she got on women pants. You know what I'm saying? And all this other stuff. Well, I don't think we should be doing, you know what I'm saying? This ain't really a dress, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really in a dress. I'm in a, I did this for that movie or that play. No. Now you're going against the law. Judging the law. Go ahead.
12.
No. That's good on that. That's good on that. Now go back to Proverbs and go to 11 verse 2.
As you know, because we already got a hit on that. We understand, guess what? Judging has two definitions. The Bible that is in the scriptures, judging can be correcting, but guess what? It also can be condemning. We're not condemning anybody. The judging we're talking about is correcting our brothers. We don't have the power to pass judgment on our brothers. We're just bringing them the scriptures on the correction. And that's what the scriptures is talking about. Now, when you read verse 12, that's Yahushua. He gonna be condemning. Right. You know, go ahead, huh?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame.
Boy.
But with the lowly is wisdom.
See, when that pride comes, you can rest assured you're gonna be shamefully after a while. Because you're gonna be found terribly wrong in everything you're doing. See, but the lowly is wisdom. See, when you stay humble and meek, you start getting wisdom. I had to learn that. I really had to learn that. Because Nick couldn't tell me nothing. Literally. I ain't scared to say I was wrong. That's one thing I'm not scared to do. Me and Joe, I tell you all the time, man, I was tripping. I went overboard with that one. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem doing that. I don't have a problem apologizing to people. Man, my bad. I didn't do that way. I just wasn't right about it that way. I took care of that wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's how we need to be, man. That's how everybody needs to be. Yeah, man. I told him the first day I met that cat, I told him straight out the top. One thing I never liked, I can't stand a person that never can say they was wrong about something. That makes me, I don't trust you at all. I might not tell you sometimes I don't trust you, but I'm looking at you and I'm going, this nigga ain't never wrong about nothing. Now I know what you're thinking about and how your mind is. I know you in pride. And I know now everything you spitting is abomination coming out your mouth. Is that it on that one? Yeah. All right, let's go to 1 Timothy 3:16. Where you at on time, Mark? Hour and what?
42.
Yeah.
Man, you ain't had me, dude.
Man, I don't know about a quarter page, man. Go ahead.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 16. And without controversy, great is the mystery of godliness. God was manifest in the flesh, justified in the spirit, seen of angels, preached unto the Gentiles, believed on in the world.
Hold on, let me see.
Two and
Might be in
2 and
I
2.
did 16.
Hey, that's a good precept.
Yeah, it is. You could have broke it down like that. It threw me off.
3 and 16.
Yeah.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 16. All scriptures is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
All this scripture, all this stuff we going over, all these scriptures is for us to learn, to get better, to stay out of pride, to quit talking about our brothers and sisters, quit going behind people's back, quit being wicked as hell. Go ahead.
That the man of God may be perfect.
Maybe what?
May be perfect.
Maybe what?
Perfect.
Go ahead.
Thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
All what works?
Good works.
Good works. Good works. That's what these scriptures are for. That's why we bring them out to you. Not for just to be doing something. This is because this is to help us. You, me, everybody in this room and watching. That's what this is for.
It ain't for to help y'all, it's for to help us.
Us. And let's go to Proverbs 13:10.
like I said, man, reading Proverbs, man, goes deeply.
Yeah.
Proverbs and Sirach go deeply into the moral laws because, man, what book, man, cuts you more than Proverbs or Sirach, man? Those are two of the heaviest books that when you read it, you can't believe that this is actually in the Bible.
And these are books of wisdom.
That's right.
These are books, both of them are books of wisdom. Go ahead.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 10. Only by pride cometh contention.
I hear that contention go.
Hold up. Read that over again.
Only
It says
Only.
by pride cometh contention.
So when you see contention anywhere, this is how it came about.
That's right.
This is how it came about. So when you see contention, you can look now and be like, one of them in their pride. One of them got a full number of pride.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's why you sit back and they say, listen, examine the matter. Ooh, that nigga right there spitting out nothing but abomination. Yeah, he in this pride right there. See, a lot of stuff, man, y'all can figure out. When you read the Bible, half the stuff that goes on, you can already figure out what's going on because you know what the scriptures say.
Mm-hmm.
All this in the scriptures. Ain't nothing not in these scriptures. Nothing.
That's right.
You might not understand it, but it's in the scriptures. That's why you got to study to show yourself approved. Study and learn what's going on. And you can figure out a lot of stuff. People talk about, I see the spirit. The only thing I'm seeing when I say I see the spirit is because I read it in the Bible. And I'm going, that nigga doing what that Bible says. I know that spirit. I know that spirit. You'll start recognizing everything. You'll start seeing stuff you never seen before.
Right.
In a situation that you see all the time. If you know what I mean on that.
And see, one thing I took from the Judah Mack situation with him bringing out the Sabbath and the mysteries, you know, it's pros and cons to everything that happened. So with this scripture where it says only by pride cometh contention. So now, you know, we got a lot of people, like you say, Israel, we got a lot of pride on us now because now everybody want to be somebody. Oh, I found this out. Oh, I brought this out. Oh, I got this. I got this. Well, they tell you that pride is the only thing that's going to have you in contention with other people. We ain't supposed to be in contention with our brothers. We're supposed to be helping each other lift up and get the true understanding.
And they don't understand. Some of them don't understand. Judah Mack can bring that out. That was something that already been brought out before. He just brought it again to the foretable.
Right.
Because the other people was in pride back then. Nah, man, nobody want to hear that. So it went away. But like I said, it ain't gone away. It ain't gone away. It's right back.
Because
pride was blocking it out
mm-hmm.
from other people. I don't want to hear it. Don't let the rest of Israel hear that. Why not let them hear it? Let them hear it. Let them go through the scriptures and make their own decision. But after you bring it out, let it go. They want to talk about your family. Oh, well, we know that'll happen. We know it's wickedness in Israel. So don't be tripping.
That's right. And they talking about your family like the scriptures say in Matthew 7:1-2. Guess what? They might well dig themselves out their grave too, man. Guess what? When they leaving the people astray, they might well guess what? Lead themselves astray, man. All the things that they doing, like in us, we up here teaching, we giving the wrong information, man. We are held accountable of what we do, man.
Right.
Women, look here, men, children, and women. When you let your light shine, okay, you let your light shine on the Sabbath, then every other day you're gonna be, what's up, bitch, and this and that. No. You are an Israelite, man, from one of those tribes. So when you not living, when you can't be halfway Israel, and then the other half you Israel. No, when you dig in a grave from other people, you might well dig one for yourself, man. That's why the scriptures say, when why I get the beam out of my eye, you got a mote in your eye. Come on, Israel. Go ahead, up.
Okay, let's go to Ezekiel. Chapter 16, verse 6.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 6. And when I passed by thee and saw thee polluted in thine own blood, I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, lie, yeah. I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, lie.
Live.
Live, Shalak, man. Live. I have caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field, and thou hast increased and waxen great, and thou art come to excellent ornaments. Thy breasts are fashioned, and thine hair is grown, whereas thou was naked and bare.
Go ahead, keep going. It's talking about Israel. It's talking about us when we made our covenant with the Most High, and we came up out of the Garden of Eden. This talk is actually explaining everything that we went through. Go ahead.
Now, when I passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, thy time was the time of love, and I spread my skirt over thee and covered thy nakedness.
Your sin, the Most High covered our sins. Go ahead.
Yea, I swear unto thee and entered into a covenant with thee, said the Lord God, and thou becamest mine. 9. When
that was the covenant with Abraham. Go ahead.
9. Then washed I thee with water. Yea, I thoroughly washed away thy blood from thee, and I anointed thee with oil. I clothed thee also with broidered work, and showed thee with badger skin,
Shod thee.
and shod thee with badger skin. And I girded thee about with fine linen, and I covered thee with silk. I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck.
Most High gave us everything. Everything. Land flowing with milk and honey. Go ahead.
And I put a jewel on the forehead, and earrings in thine ears, and a beautiful crown upon thine head.
Made us kings. Go ahead.
Thus wast thou decked with gold and silver.
We was we was soft.
I remember the people said on the streets the other day, man, y'all can't have them gold chains on. We got gold chains. This about this and that. They look at the Lord gave us everything.
Everything.
The world was made for us.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thus wast thou decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen, and silk and broidered work. Thou didst eat fine flour and honey and oil, and thou wast exceeding beautiful, and thou didst prosper into a kingdom. And thy renown went forth among the heathen of thy beauty.
Read that again.
And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty.
The word renown means fame. We were the famous people on the face of the planet. You know, the Most High clothed us. That's why we like these things today, because that's in our culture. That's our heritage, to look nice and to always be beautified, so to speak. Read on now.
For it was perfect through my comeliness.
Guess what? The way we are, guess what? The Most High is the same way too, man. Like nice things, man. Because guess what? We are the stars on the planet. We the salt of the earth. Anything that we do, the other nations mimic what we do and try to take it for their own. Read on up. Verse 14 again.
And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty. For it was perfect through my comeliness.
Through his what?
Through my comeliness.
Through his comeliness. Because we read in Sirach, God dictate what beauty is. I mean, Salaki in Wisdom of Solomon. God sets the tone to what beauty is. He lets us know what the beginning of beauty is. Read on up.
Which I had put upon thee, said the Lord God.
Oh, praises. That's why I wanted to come out with that, because this is going through the covenant, the love that the Most High had came to us with. And he gave us everything. And then we took what God gave us and turned it into pride and hate each other for it.
That's right.
That's the craziest thing. Let's go to 7. Go to 7 verse 10.
I'm glad he brought that out, because when in all that he was pointing out the clothing, he was pointing out the food, he was pointing out the Jews, he pointed out everything that he gave to us, man.
Yeah, we took off our holy garments, put on their suit, them killing suits, 3-piece suit, looking like, and especially our pimp people, boy, they went all the way out with that. Then we took off all the, they look like Power Rangers, nigga. That was it's beauty to me.
The food, now we eat garbage now. We used to eat the best food. So all these things was taken away when we stopped keeping the commandments. That's the penalty for breaking God's laws.
And then we trip on our own people when they got it. Like when Mr. T had all them gold chains, we was up there. He tripping. If Mr. T throwed out, Mr. T was doing, he looked at, he Israelite too. He was like, yeah, this is what we do. Yeah, I remember when we started wearing earrings, everybody was, you must be a faggot. Now everybody got earrings. I mean, the white boy done went so far as got them goddamn big old African thing. Done got plates in their ear.
And then another thing, just like I bring out Mr. T wore all them chains. Guess what? Now we'll look at the little younger rappers now. All of them do the same thing right now.
Yeah.
All of them doing the same thing, man.
Man, shoot. Run DMC had all 1,000 chain wrapped in one. That'd be called a doodle rope. Yeah. Shoot. But that's who we was. We children, we loved. Gold was what we did.
Right. We did what we had.
I remember I let them talk me out of gold. Man, black people always with the, you know, they make it a stereotype. Then we began to hate the stereotype. Black people always buying a Cadillac. Shit, because the Cadillac ride good when going on the highway here. I ain't a Cadillac fan, but god dang it. I mean, I had that Cadillac, that mother was breaking apart. I couldn't get rid of it because that mother road so good. Yeah. Every time I got ready to sell it, I drive to the store and be like, I ain't selling this.
Not yet.
You know, the left wheel just fell off. I'm ride too good. You know what I'm saying? But we stopped doing it because everybody's like making fun of it. And then what's so bad about it? What do you think we bought the guy? We don't buy the brand new Cadillacs anyway. We bought them because some white man and I already had the Cadillac. They do it, but when we get it, it's a problem. Because we know how to look sharp anything, man. So you give us some Goodwill clothes, we had them something that's stunting.
Ironed up,
Stars down, boy. Where you get them from? Shoot, Goodwill? No, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Bought them yesterday. Well, yeah.
Ezekiel.
Yeah, go to 7 and 10.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, verse 10. Behold, the day, behold, it is come. The morning is gone forth. The rod hath blossomed. Pride hath budded.
Oh, shoot. Man, first of all, I'm going to bring out two things. We've been talking about Judah back in Westland. Read that again.
Behold, the day.
The what?
The day.
The what?
The day.
Behold, the day. Go ahead.
Behold, it is come.
Okay, the day is come.
The morning is gone forth.
I was using that because that's another cut scripture for what he was breaking out. He said, the day is come. The morning has gone forth.
Right.
I saw that when I was looking. I was like, dang, boy, that came out right there too. It kind of broke me off a little more. Like, dang, he only think he pulled that scripture and seeing that. Go ahead. And what it says, and rod.
Behold, the day. Behold, it is come. The morning is gone forth. The rod hath blossomed. Pride hath budded.
Man, it's this day, the last day. Pride is out here. It is blossomed. It's out here. Now go to let's go to Mark 7 and 21.
Yeah, but hold up for y'all read it. I know y'all get Mark 7 and 21, but as we going there, it said, behold the day, behold, it is come. The morning is gone forth. The rod has blossomed and pride had budded. That means it's to its fullest state.
Yeah, that's what I said. In the last days, it's gone forth. It's there.
It's already. It's
all out here, and that's what's going on. That's what I'm saying. Go to let's go to Mark 7 and 21.
The book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 21. For from within.
Where is this at?
For from within.
In Israel, go ahead.
Out of the heart of men proceed evil thoughts.
Some nasty, wicked thoughts. Go ahead.
Adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness.
Covetousness.
Covetousness. I don't know why. Wickedness, deceit. Somebody
go ahead.
Lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness.
Yeah, that's go ahead.
All these evil things come from within and defile the man.
Come from within. Not only just within ourselves, but also within Israel. And it's defiling them there, defiling us, tearing us up, breaking us down. Let's go to because I want to show you who this affected. Let me go down to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah 9. I'll skip a couple of these right quick. Get to this, knock this out right quick. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 9.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And all the people shall know, even Ephraim and the inhabitant of Samaria, that say in the pride and stoutness of heart.
Because right now we got another thing going on. We got the northern kingdom. Northern kingdom only Israelites now. And the Bible tells you, even gonna be in pride. They gonna be in their pride. It's all about it. We was name. Y'all Canaanites. Negro, you wouldn't even know you was an Israelite if it wasn't for Judah.
That's right.
But this is the doctrine they got going on. Pride. This is what's going on. Like I said, what did you say? In the morning it's gonna what? Bud.
Mm-hmm.
It's budding. It's budding all over the place.
It's full of potential.
It's everything. In this last day. And this last day is telling us this. Go ahead.
The bricks are falling down, but we will build with hewn stones.
Mm-hmm.
The sycamores are cut down, but we will change them into cedars.
See, they gonna tell you, look, it's Zephram. Sycamore, remember Sycamore is how we built our kingdom with anyway, but now we're gonna change to cedar. Lebanon, remember the wood from Lebanon? It's the best wood you can get. Now we're gonna change it. Now we're gonna change the doctrine here. Now we're gonna change it here. Northern Kingdom, Ephraimites, whoever that dude, Quana, whatever he is, running around here acting, he looked more foolish than anybody I ever seen come out and say anything. We had some in here. Issachars want to be, oh, we can do this on our own. Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. You out of order, but knock yourself out. I ain't got nothing that you want to do, then go ahead. Knock yourself out. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Therefore, the Lord shall set up the adversaries of Rezin against him,
Mm-hmm.
And
risen.
Against him, and join his enemies together.
Uh-huh.
The Syrians before, and the Philistines behind, and they shall devour Israel with open mouth.
And see, they don't even understand. This done happened before. When they came up against us last time, guess what? They was taken out. The Northern Kingdom went down first. The Northern Kingdom went into captivity before we did. So it don't bother me. You know what I say? Everything's going on. It's in this Bible, man. Everything. Everything. It's in this Bible. Go ahead.
For all this is his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still.
God still, hey, still love you. Go ahead.
For the people turn not unto him that smitted them, neither do they seek the Lord of hosts.
They don't even want to go back and go to the Most High because they want to go in. They're still in pride, want to go off what they think. Go ahead. Doug ain't got no proof, no none of that. But then they just gonna come up with what's name, and then the rest of them are jumping off and believing. The ones that's been in the truth. Go ahead.
Therefore, the Lord will cut off from Israel head and tail.
He gonna cut off Judah and he gonna cut off the back end of it. Judah and Israel, head and tail. Go ahead.
Branch and rush in one day.
Go ahead.
The ancient and honorable, he is the head. And the prophet that teaches lies, he is the tail.
Cutting them all off. He cutting off the ancient and honorable. They gonna cut off and the tail. All of us, all that Northern Kingdom gonna get cut off. Go ahead.
For the leaders of this people cause them to err.
Yeah, because the leaders, and that's what they going by now. The leaders right now causing them to err. Read.
And they that are led of them are destroyed.
They're going to be destroyed if they don't repent and come back to these law, statutes, and commandments. Let's go to Hosea 79. No. I don't even want to go to Hosea. Let's go to Jeremiah 13. Because we're going to see the other party that's involved in this. That was talking about the Northern Kingdom. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 8.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 8. Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Thus said the Lord, after this manner will I mar the pride of Judah.
Of who?
Of Judah.
Who else got pride?
Of Judah.
That's you, Southern Kingdom. That's us. Because we got some Negroes only Israelites. We got some Northern Kingdom on there, some Southern Kingdom only Israelites. Both of them in pride. He not light-skinned enough. He not dark enough. We got them kind of Israelites. All of it is number pride. Then what happened to somebody that's darker than you and say the same thing about you?
Because let's get this out the way real quick. Give me Jeremiah 12 and 9 right quick. Because a lot of times people get hung up in color. Like we always tell people, this is not about color. This is about your bloodline. your nationality. Read this right quick.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, verse 9. My inheritance is unto me
God
as
is speaking right here. He's speaking through the prophet Jeremiah, his heritage, his children, because that's where your heritage come from. What you leave your children. Read on up.
my inheritance is unto me as a speckled bird.
Now this is a parable. A speckled bird comes in many different colors. A speckled bird. He's giving the comparisons to Israel. With us, it's from a very light to almost. Guess what? You might have some Edomite-looking Israelites in the kingdom, but their bloodline is Israel to a very dark. Some people that look like some Hamites up in the kingdom. So, and through all that is spectrums of color, Israel. So this has never been about color. This is about your nationality. Read on up.
The birds round about are against her.
Or what?
Or against
The
her.
birds is going into the other nations. They are against us. Read on up.
Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field. Come to devour.
The Most High was sending the other nations after us because guess what? Judah had pride and Ephraim had pride. So he was going to destroy us both.
Both of them. Yeah, that's exactly. I'm glad that's exactly what I was bringing out too. And let's go back over 13 to 10. Let me start at go to 10.
This evil people which refuse to hear my words.
Now, wait a minute, hold on. What do they call us?
This evil people.
You Southern Kingdom people in this room. We were some evil people. Some of us still are. But you're gonna learn because you keep learning to get this word. The word gonna purge you. It's gonna purge out all that sin. That's why we come to class all the time. That's what we learn. Go ahead.
This evil people which refuse to hear my words, which walk in the imagination of their heart.
And boy, there's a lot of stuff running around here. Everybody going off what they think. Go ahead.
And walk after other gods.
And they don't even realize they're walking after other gods. Some of them still chasing money. Some of them still chasing these jobs. Some of them still chasing after this white woman, so-called white woman, and everything else. Go ahead. The Cowboys, all that. God doing Mavericks, LeBron James, all of them. They chasing after other gods. Go ahead.
To serve them and to worship them shall even be as a girdle, which is good for nothing.
Which is what?
Which is good for nothing.
Which is what?
Good for nothing.
You know, good for nothing, Negro. Let's go to 15. Go to verse 15.
And the comparison to that is like the garments, the girdles that we wear on our garment. They good for holding our garment in place. Most I say, guess what? That garment is gonna be good for nothing. It's like you got it on, but it has no function, no use for it.
Got a girl along with no shirt on. Ain't holding up nothing. Dang sure ain't holding up half these Negroes' bellies where they must stick out. Go ahead. Let's go to 15.
Verse 15. Hear ye and give ear. Be not proud, for the Lord hath spoken.
Who spoke it?
For the Lord has spoken.
He said, don't be proud because, man, for the Lord says, stop it.
That's right.
Stop it. Go ahead.
Give glory to the Lord your God before he caused darkness and before your feet stumble upon the dark mountains. And while ye look for light, he turn it into the shadow of death and make it gross darkness.
Make it what?
Gross darkness.
Oh, boy. Gross darkness. Go ahead.
17. But if ye will not hear it, my soul shall weep in secret places for your pride.
For your what?
For your pride.
Man, go ahead.
And mine eyes shall weep sore and run down with tears because the Lord's flock is carried away captive.
That's why we went into this captivity today. Jeremiah was sitting up there crying out, man. I'm crying out because I see y'all Negroes in pride. It's hurting me that y'all in all this goddamn pride, man. And that's why we went captive. And that's why we still under oppression in that captivity today, because of pride. Even we waking up, can't get nothing going because of pride.
Exactly. Jeremiah is speaking on the Babylonian captivity, but guess what? It's also for this captivity too. Because we dealing in gross pride and in gross darkness, not knowing who we are, the top from the bottom, and reverse it, so to speak. So it goes for that time and for this time. That's why you have to read the Bible precept upon precept. Go ahead,
Let's go to Hosea 5:5 right quick. And I'm gonna go ahead and start closing. I'm gonna just leave these on scriptures out real quick.
The book of Hosea, chapter 5, verse 5. And the pride of Israel doeth testify to his face. Therefore shall Israel and Ephraim fall in their iniquity. Judah,
See, the pride was on both of them, and this is what the outcome was. Go ahead. Read that again.
and the pride of Israel doeth testify to his face. Therefore shall Israel and Ephraim fall in their iniquity. Judah also shall fall with them. They shall go with their flocks and with their herds to seek the Lord, but they shall not find him. He has withdrawn himself from them. They have dealt treacherously against the Lord.
No, that's all I needed on that. That's all I needed on that. But that was just letting you know this is both of us because of pride. That's the same thing going on today. Wonder why it's gonna happen, whether we like it or not, because most high control. But a lot of times it's held back because the fact of the matter we still in pride.
Mm-hmm. Let me bring out something before you get to your last part. I know you about to get in close out. Let me get 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 right quick. Let me show y'all something right quick. It's something that has to do with pride too. Chapter 2, verse 11.
The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And for this
He
cause,
saying, for this cause, read on.
God shall send them strong delusion.
Because when you in pride, man, and you look at when pride brings on sin, guess what? And you keep relishing in that sin for sin, guess what? The Lord will send strong delusions to you, man. Read.
That they should believe a lie.
Because now that you'll start believing the lie now.
Mm-hmm.
Because you in that strong delusion. Read.
That they all might be damned who believe not the truth.
Now everybody guess what? That's believing that lie with you. Now all y'all gonna be damned because y'all not believing the truth anymore.
And listen to that, and listen to that fool teaching.
That's right.
But had pleasure in unrighteousness.
Now that's what y'all having now, pleasure in unrighteousness. I'm not trying to call the brother out to be, but when you in that situation and you do have pride on you, guess what? And then you start, that pride brings forth sin, and that sin, guess what? Start bringing forth strong delusion when you still relishing in that thing. Brothers and sisters, we're gonna have to come about that thing, man.
Yeah,
Let this pride thing go, man.
That's an abomination.
That's right.
So like he was saying. All right, let's go to a few skip all that. Let's go to Zephaniah 3:11. Where we at on time, all right? Yeah.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 11. In that day shalt thou not be ashamed for all thy doings, wherein thou hast transgressed against me. For then I will take away out of the midst of thee them that rejoice in thy pride, and thou shalt no more be haughty because of my holy mountain.
He said, yeah. He said, Most High gonna take it all out. So if you want to be full of pride, guess what? You're not making it to the kingdom. He's taking all that against his holy mountain on Mount Zion. All of that's getting wiped out. Everybody says, yeah, we built this. Okay, all right. Well, you ain't gonna make it. We built the badass of the Most High. So, oh, did you? Oh, did you?
And that haughty is going into the same thing. Haughty is being proud.
Uh-huh.
Proud, arrogant, vain, conceited, snobbish,
Yeah.
superior, self-important, pompous, super salacious, condescending. It goes on and on. It's going into the same thing.
And he just gave all those synonyms, not one of them good. Not one. Let's go to Psalm chapter 31. Excuse me, Salah. 31 verse 19.
The book of Psalms, chapter 31, verse 19. Oh, how great is thy goodness, which thou hast laid up for them that fear thee, which thou hast wrought for them that trust in thee before the sons of men. Thou shalt hide them in the secret of thy presence from the pride of man.
He said, see, all the goodness of the Most High and everything he's going to be doing. He said he's going to hide that from the sons of men. He's going to hide that from that pride of men. See, because he know pride of man get around and guess what? It's going to try to destroy it. But go ahead.
Thou shalt keep them secretly in a pavilion,
Pavilion.
from the strife of tongues.
See, and ain't nobody gonna be able to talk about it. Keep away from where people can run their mouth about it. Go ahead.
Blessed be the Lord, for he had shown he had shown me his marvelous kindness in a strong city.
That's a strong city, America. Go ahead.
For I said in my haste, I am cut off from before thine eyes. Nevertheless, thou heardest the voice of my supplication when I cried unto thee.
He heard the voice of his heart, the prayers. Go ahead.
Oh, love the Lord, all ye his saints, for the Lord preserveth thee faithful.
Oh, love the Lord, all ye his saints. That's the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
For the Lord preserveth the faithful and plentiful, rewarded the proud doer.
That's the only time you need to be worried about pride. Remember, let the Most High got pride in you. He'll have pride in you because the fact of the matter, you doing his will. That's the only good pride there is right there. Rest of it ain't no good but garbage. Go ahead. 24.
Oh, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, all ye that hope in the Lord.
Man, I was just giving you all that to give you encouragement. I know I did a beat down section right here. This was just encouraging at the end on this right here. Let's go to Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 11. That'll be my last one. And everybody should know this when we say this all the time out in the streets. Hey. I'll be saying 2 or 3 times a day.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 11. The Lord will be terrible unto them, for he will famish all the gods of the earth, and men shall worship him, every one from his place, even all the isles of the heathen. Yea, Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain.
No. I know I didn't want that. There's Zechariah need 2 and 11 together, yourself together. That's what I was looking for.
No, it's 2 and 1. It's 2 and 1.
Zephaniah 2 and 1.
2 and 1. Okay, I don't know. I've added another one on there.
Oh, yeah. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea,
Yes.
gather together, O nation not desired.
Well, go ahead.
Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. For Gaza shall be forsaken, and Ashkelon a desolation.
No, that's good. That's all we needed on that. It's gather. We need to gather together and humble ourselves, people. Northern kingdom and southern kingdom. Quit tripping. Quit worrying about who did this and who did that, and Negro only, and always worrying about color. And they all arguing on Facebook. Negro only, they gotta be dark. Then, like I said, then the next person come darker than you will say, "Nah, you ain't Israel." You know what I'm saying? You gotta be this color.
The tints of Kadar, man.
No doubt. I got about 5 different browns on my one arm.
Yeah.
So I guess this part can go, but this ain't Israel. But this part is. Man, Negro, shut up. And on that note, let's get a law. Now let's get to Numbers 35 and 33, and we're gonna bring out the other law that he had brought out earlier. Numbers 35, 33. 33 through 34.
The book of Numbers, chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land.
We ain't supposed to be over here polluting this land either, because they already done did that. We ain't supposed to be over here killing each other. That's not what we do. Go ahead.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Let them it's blood. They shed that blood. Let them pay for it. Ain't no reason for us jumping in and getting out to pay what they gotta pay for. They the ones to defile the land. They gotta pay for it. I ain't finna be no part. I'm not finna go run around and kill you. If I kill you, I got to. Go ahead. And it's self-defense. I'm not trying to kill you. Go ahead.
Defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell. For I, the Lord, dwell among the children of Israel.
Of who?
Of Israel.
Of who?
Of Israel.
That's who he dwell with. Well, no matter where we in, whether we in the land of captivity or whether we're back at home. That's why you see all these other kingdoms. Wherever we was blessed. Not us blessed, but wherever we was, that land was blessed.
Mhm.
That nation was blessed. Go back to, let's get the other one. What you had, Leviticus 19:17?
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
Shouldn't do that.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Don't. Hey, we gotta correct each other.
That's right.
We're supposed to correct each other. This the law. You can't correct me. Well, so if I don't correct you, I'm going against the law.
Mhm.
Stop it with this madness and this bull crap. I don't want to be told nothing. Nobody can tell me nothing. But God dang it, I don't say, dude, come by, put them hands on you. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Don't. You shouldn't even have no grudge against your brothers and sisters. That's one thing. We be in Israel and we don't even realize. We be saying that, oh, they're my brothers. Y'all don't act like they your brothers. They weren't born in my family. No, Y'all need to cut that fake out. That's fake. They your brothers, they your brothers. These are my brothers, whether y'all like it or not. And I treat them as such. And on that note, we're gonna say shalom.
Let me finish it out.
Hold
But
on.
thou shalt love thy brother as thyself. I am the Lord.
He is the Lord. And on that note, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.
All praise to the Most High and Yahweh shall bless. We're gonna say Shabbat Shalom. Happy New Moon that just was out last night. Then also we in the Feast of Dedication. Happy Feast of Dedication. Those of you on Facebook, man, when you see this stuff, go to YouTube and subscribe to YouTube also. And share this around. This ain't not for us. We ain't on here just doing it for us. This is for to edify the body so people can come out their mess. And if you want to, man, we need donations also. Man, we got a GoFundMe page. We trying to get out to those other places. People be talking about what's name him? They all over the world. Yeah, they got money to go all over the world. We trying to be there too. I mean, we trying to do what the Most High send us. If He send us out there, we trying to get there. But we trying to spread this truth. So, but we need help because we got jobs. Everybody we got jobs, but not enough to be sending us all over the world. So, like I said, go on there and help us out, and on that note, we're going to say shalom.
Thanks for the brothers and sisters that have donated. All praise to the Most High.
All praise.
Shalom.
Shalom.